Hello, Dr. D. I am David Santos. I'm from Spain, so I have a little bit of accent. So I'm going to try to speak slowly so you can understand me. So far, it has been great to learn about the brain. Thank you for that book. It has been very interesting to me and learning and reading about how kids learn how to read and how the brain works with the memory and all of those things. I didn't know that reading such was such a hard task for us to learn. And it was very interesting that spoken language was easier for us to learn because it was hardwired in our brain. Something that caught my attention about how students learn how to learn is the processes, is the neural system. And there are three processes: the visual process, the auditory process, and then the front lobe that combine that information to make sense. Dr. Sosa says that in order for this complex integration of neural systems to result in successful reading, an individual must develop specific skills. Those skills are phonological and phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, comprehension of the text, and vocabulary. Now, in the book, in the reading program that I'm going to analyze, the skills are sorted in a different way. First, they start with key vocabulary, high frequency words, text types, text difficulty, phonics, fluency, and comprehension. The program I'm going to talk about is called Flying Start to Literacy. It's published by Okapi Educational Publishing, and Susan Hill made all the research. I have been using this program for 3 years, and I use it mostly in my small group setting when I'm teaching reading. This program has 2 books for each lesson plan, one fiction and non-fiction books. There are before, during, and after reading activities, plus activities focusing on the key concept of each book. Each lesson plan integrates oral language comprehension, phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary development, fluency, and writing. And I'm going to give you an example on this and how we use it in the class. Also, Dr. Sosa says that there are 3 phases of learning to read. The first one is the pictorial stage. And in our program, in our reading program, this is very well defined because before we even start reading a book, we have to do a picture walk. And we have to show the pictures to the kids. That is to enhance comprehension of the book. In this pictorial stage, our program also asks to look at the table of content, to look at the title and at the front page, and so the kid is understanding better and better the book before we even start reading it. Also, a part of this program is the word work, where students are going to use phonemic awareness and phonics and exploring words. That is related to the second phase, which is the phonological stage. In that stage, the brain begins to decode the letters into sounds. In this specific lesson, the phonemic awareness and phonics we are trying to teach is the sound of the letter M and the letter N. Because I teach Spanish, that will be like hand, which is mano, and other words that start with the letter M or the letter N. When students practice those sounds and those letters, then they become more fluent. And when they don't have to worry too much about how to decode words, the comprehension start getting better. Also, vocabulary is a big part because even in the picture walk, we found words that may be a little bit difficult for kids, and we focus on those so they can increase their vocabulary. All of these activities uses the visualization process and the auditory process, and then use the front lobe to make sense. And something that Dr. Sousa says is that if the frontal lobe doesn't make sense of what they are reading, it check again into the visualization processing to scan again the word, or the auditory processing, and all of those three are working together to help a student to understand their reading. The major findings, I realized that how much research go behind these programs. It has been very interesting to go and see that some of the research that they have used to create this program, I have already read in this class. So it has been very interesting.